President William Ruto says Kenya will have an early partial settlement of the 304 billion shilling Eurobond that matures in June next year, with a plan to settle $300 million or 45.6 billion shillings next month. As he delivered his first State of the Nation address in line with Article 132 of the Constitution, the president said the move will ensure the country is not in default, since the Eurobond is one of the single largest loans procured by the government of Kenya. President Ruto said his administration's economic recovery strategy had renewed dwindling relations with the IMF, the World Bank, the Africa Development Bank, and other development partners, as Chemutai Goin now reports.
President William Ruto blamed external pressure for the struggling state of the economy, saying debt repayment of maturing loans was crowding out the fiscal space.
As earlier indicated, our public borrowing had long crowded out the productive sector from the financial markets, raising the cost of credit and slowing down trade and commerce.
Acknowledging that high public debt was making Kenya's economy less resilient to shocks, he revealed that his government had resolved to commence an advance settlement of the first installment of the 304 billion shillings Eurobond taken during the reign of President Uhuru Kenyatta that was due to mature next year. The loan increasing by the day owing to the depreciating value of the Kenya shilling and the strengthening of the dollar.
The situation have yielded such progress that next month, in December, we will be able to settle the first Kenya shillings $300 million or 500 billion Kenya shillings installment of the US dollars 2 billion Eurobond debt that falls due next year. I can now confirm with confidence that we will and we shall pay the debt that has become a source of much concern to citizens, markets, and our partners.
And in what signaled tougher times ahead, President Ruto said it was time to have an open conversation and exercise prudence.
The time has come, therefore, to retire the false comforts and illusionary benefits of wasteful expenditure and counterproductive subsidies on consumption, by which we dug ourselves deeper into the hole of avoidable debt.
With a pledge to facilitate access to affordable credit to restore small and upcoming businesses that have been hit by the economic downfall, the president said expensive foreign debt frustrates stabilization.
Our public borrowing had long crowded our productive sector from the financial markets, raising the cost of credit and slowing down trade and commerce, especially the micro, small, and medium enterprises, including Mama Mboga. Consequently, many enterprises and entrepreneurs were referred for blacklisting by the credit reference bureaus.
One of the areas the government will be relying on to meet its revenue collection targets is through removing bottlenecks to revenue collection. President Ruto saying the digitization of 13,000 government services will minimize leakages.
We cannot hope anymore to deliver services to Kenyans in their millions across the country with any measure of efficiency, integrity, transparency, and accountability without ICT.
According to the president, the performance of the Hustler Fund had renewed confidence in Kenyans being credit-worthy and not high-risk borrowers.
The top borrower of the fund has so far accessed Kenya shillings 4.5 million in 816 transactions, while the top voluntary saver is at 631,491.
The president saying his administration is working on improving the social security architecture to reform the savings and social security space, which has been ranked the lowest globally.
Contributions, honorable members, to the National Security Fund have grown from 1.4 billion shillings in January to 6.5 billion shillings every month. The implication of this growth in our national savings is that it will significantly consolidate our nation's ability to invest in development using domestic resources as opposed to us going to borrow other people's money when they save.
The president confident that his actions, though seemingly unpopular, were a case of short-term pain for long-term gain. Even as President William Ruto outlined what he says are the key achievements of his administration, there appears to be a disconnect between the country's GDP and the economic challenges faced by the citizens, who continue to hope that the administration will offer more short-term solutions to issues that bedevil them, as opposed to the long-term programs they have. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV at Parliament Buildings.